Hello, geometry. This is 11.5, volume of pyramids and cones video lesson. So obviously our objective is to find the volume of a pyramid and cone. And what you need to understand is that the volume of a pyramid is related to the volume of a prism with the same base and height. So, or similarly, the volume of a cone is related to the volume of a cylinder with the same base and height. It's easier for me to draw cylinders and cones, so I'm just going to show you that. So here is my cone there. Here's my cylinder. Then this has a radius of 5. And this has a radius of 5. We find that the volume of our cone is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder. And that relationship is true between pyramids and prisms, given they have the same base. So let's formally write that down. Then the volume of a pyramid or cone is 1/3 the base area times the height. So 1/3 base area times the height. So let's practice one of those. Again, I'm just going to write this out. Volume equals 1/3 base area times height. So on this example here of our prism, our pyramid, it's an oblique one, right? So it's pushed over to the side here. They're telling us our base area is already 8 centimeters squared. 1/3 times 8. Now over here's my height, so my height of 18 times 18. Well, 1/3 of 18 is 6, so 8 times 6 is 48. Working in centimeters cubed. So again, the main idea here is the volume is 1/3 your base area times your height. Find the volume of the pyramid round to the nearest whole number. So volume 1/3 big B times H. So let's look over here at the diagram. I have a square for my base, meaning I take length times width to find the base area. So 10 times 10. And then my height right here, this is actually my slant height, so I have to come in and find that height, which is pretty simple. It's just Pythagorean theorem. Got to find this length here. Remember, it's just half of that edge, so 5. This is actually the Pythagorean triple, if you remember what those are. So I'll work it out with here. X squared plus 5 squared equals 13 squared. X squared plus 25 equals 169. X squared equals 144. So we know that X equals 12. So if you ever see these combinations of numbers, 12, 13, 5, that's Pythagorean triple, meaning that these are always just whole integer numbers. Okay, back to the problem. So then your height is 12. Now just doing some simplifying here. We're going to leave the 1/3 till the end. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 12 is 1200. Dividing by 3, you get 400 inches cubed. Find the volume of the pyramid. Leave your answer in simplest radical form. So this time our base shape is a triangle, right? And I'm telling you it's equilateral, so I'm just going to draw that out bigger here. I have an edge of 10. So, again, volume equals 1/3 base area times height. Now I'm going to write this one out. It's a little different. Base area times height. Okay, now remember, how do you find the area of a triangle? So that's 1/2 base times height. Really writing this out. Okay, so that being said, you know that you have a base of 10 for your triangle, but how am I going to find our height? Since I said it was equilateral, we know all of our angles are 60, meaning this one's 30. So now you know that half over here, 1/3 times 1/2. Your base of your triangle is 10. And the height of your triangle is 5 square root 3. And now we're going to the height of the pyramid, which is 15. Don't let the fractions scare you, because they're really nothing. Let's just first take care of the space area. So half of 10 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Times 15. Extend the page here. Drop down that 1/3 again. Now, 25 times 15 is 375. Square root 3. And lastly, just divide by 3, so we get 125 square root 3 centimeters cubed. So again, find the volume of a pyramid at just 1/3 your base area times the height. Now we're moving on to cones. Find the volume of the cone. Leave your answer in terms of pi. Okay, well, again, it's pretty similar to what we were just doing, except we have a different base. Volume equals 1/3 base area times height. How do you find the area of a circle? That's your base shape, right? Pi r squared, so pi r is 15 squared times the height of your cone, which is 25. Drop down the 1/3, 15 squared is 225. Pi times 25. Now crunching these numbers, we get 1/3. 225 times 25 is 5,625 pi. Then dividing that by 3, we get 1,875 pi feet. Okay, pause the video, try this one on your own. A little warning, you are given the slant height, not the regular height, so you have to find the regular height. So again, pause the video and try this one on your own. So hopefully you tried it and you got an answer of 314 centimeters cubed. We had that same Pythagorean triple again, so you found your height to be 12, and then it was just a straightforward computation to get 314. Now on this next example, find the value of x, leave your answer in the simplest radical form. So this time, they are giving us what the volume equals. So this time I'm going to write 8 pi equals, I know it's 1/3, it's a cone, base area is a circle, so pi, what's my r? X squared times your height, 6. Now this looks kind of ugly, but actually it's not so bad at all. Since I have a pi on both sides, these just cancel. Those just go away. And now, if I take, just simplifying this right-hand side, 1/3 of 6, well, 6 divided by 3 is just simply 2. So let's rewrite this to clean it up here. Still have 8 over here, 1/3, oops, just kidding, we just got rid of that. X squared times 2. Now how am I going to get x squared by itself? Just divide by 2, divide by 2. 4 equals x squared. Take the square root. X equals 2. That wasn't too bad, hopefully. Now, on this last example here, find the volume of the figure to the nearest whole number. So all we have here is a cube, and all my sides here are the same on this prism, and then a pyramid stacked on top of the cube. So let's first find the volume of the cube. So we just know that's base area times height. So that would be 10 times 10 times 10. And 10 cubed is 100. And now to find the volume of the pyramid. Volume of the pyramid. I know that's 1/3 base area times height. So 1/3. Your base area is actually the same, it's 10 by 10, so 10 times 10. And your height, they're telling us, is 13, so times 13. So 10 times 10 is 100, 100 times 13 is 1,300. And if you divide 1,300 by 3, we get 433 and a third. And then we're just simply, oops, this is supposed to be 1,000, sorry guys. Now you simply add these together. So 1,000 plus 433.3 is 1,433 and 1/3 meters. All right, that wraps this up for this video lesson. Let me know if you have any questions.